Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Devi and you are watching Just Devi Marie. So today I'll be giving you guys a little bit of an update on my fitness journey, health journey, my keto journey, all that. So if you want to hear what I have to say, hear all the updates, please go ahead and stay tuned. Alright you guys, as usual, I want to remind you guys to subscribe if you haven't. Like, we are at, I think, about 750 subscribers now, which is amazing. So I want to thank you guys for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, for commenting. I really appreciate it. I want to remind you guys as well to check out the previous video on my channel, which is a video that I did with my husband. You can check that out. Also, I do have another channel called Yadmins that I would love for you guys to check out. It's just about Jamaican lifestyle with me and my husband, so you guys can check that out. All links and everything will be in the description. So I know I haven't been on here I haven't been on here for a little while, just about maybe 4 weeks, and I just want to, you know, just kind of talk about the elephant in the room. Yeah, I've just been super busy. Like, my focus has been in a different place, and I've just been really tired and exhausted. And you guys know that I do have a 9-to-5 job. Maybe you didn't know that, but now you know. If you didn't know, I do have a 9-to-5 job, and so I do YouTube as a hobby, you know, in my free time. But I'm the type of person where I have to get like good rest. I have to like relax, and so therefore if I don't have the opportunity to do that, like, my output and what I'm doing will not be the best. So I had to just take some time, based on the fact that, like, I just had a lot going on, to just kind of, you know, chill out a little bit, relax a little bit, and definitely come back. It wasn't really super intentional, like, to just not be on here for so long, but life happens, it happens, and I'm hoping that you guys can understand where I'm coming from. But yeah, I'm back, and I'm thankful for all of you who still have been subscribing, because the subscribers have been going up even though I have not been posting, and I'm truly thankful for that. Thankful for everyone who still supports me, who checks in and is like, how am I seeing a video? Like, rate to know, love one, big up on yourself. If you've been following me for a little while, or if you have watched any of my recent videos, you guys know that I had started the keto diet in August. I think I started on August 16th, if I'm remembering that correctly. So I started the keto diet in August. I always said that it wasn't something that I wanted to be on for an extended period of time, but I did see where, in terms of my eating, like, and nutrition, I just did all over the place. I just did eat what I did want to eat and whatever, and I just needed something to help me become more disciplined and help me to basically look at alternatives in terms of eating without like going like super overboard. And so yeah, I was on the keto diet. Now, the last update that I would have done would have been my 4-week or 1-month update on keto. It has now been about probably, well, I would have been on it for an additional 4 weeks, so another month I would have been on it. And I just kind of want to give you guys an update on where I am in terms of the keto diet, my health and fitness, exercising, all of that. So I don't remember how much weight I had lost in the video that I did last time about my keto update, but at the end of the 8 weeks I would have lost a little over 15 pounds. I think I lost about 15.2 pounds, if you guys want to be all technical. So I lost about 15 pounds while I was on the keto diet. Now that might seem a little bit for you guys, but in all honesty, there were a lot of times where I was not super strict in terms of the diet, and yeah, like, other things happen. Like, you guys know, if you've been watching the keto series, that I went to a hotel for a time, like, different things happen, and like, you know, I ate, but I was still able to lose some weight. No, I didn't go on the keto diet to lose this whole heap of weight. I just wanted, yes, to kind of reset myself in terms of my eating, get some discipline. Yes, to lose some weight, but I wasn't trying to lose like a whole lot of weight, right? Especially in such a short space of time, because I feel like if I want something to be sustainable, something that I can incorporate into a lifestyle and so on, like I have to take my time with it, just so that it can stick, you know what I mean? And I feel like I learned so much about myself, so much about like eating, my body, you know, what my body likes or doesn't like how my weight fluctuates and stuff like that. I think I've learned a lot about myself during those 4 weeks, or 8 weeks I should say. And yeah, I lost a total of 15.2 pounds or 15 pounds. So in the first 4 weeks of me doing the keto, I believe that I was trying to stick to about 20 grams of carbs or less than that, and I feel like I did a pretty good job at that, separate and apart from the couple, you know, days that I did otherwise. I find that in the last 4 weeks of doing keto, I decided to stay under 50, more under 50 carbs for the day instead of 20. So I did make that a little bit of adjustment, and I was still able to lose weight as well. As you guys probably can imagine, I would have now stopped the keto diet and I have transitioned to more of a low carb kind of diet. So I believe right now where I am is that I am eating 100 or less carbs for the day. That's what I'm trying to keep it under. I know that might be a lot for you guys, but you know, that's okay for me. And I find that since eating 100 grams or a little under 100 grams or a little over, give or take, I realized that in terms of my fitness, in terms of being able to exercise, like I feel like my endurance is a lot better. I feel like I have a lot more energy to exercise. If you guys have been watching the series again, and I'll leave the playlist in the description as well so you guys can check it out. I feel like when I was on the keto, like the exercising part of it was really difficult for me. Like exercises that I usually could have done maybe in 40 minutes, meaning my whole workout routine that I could have done in 40 minutes, it was taking me an hour and a half to do, just because I just did not have enough energy. And that could have been because one, I made such a drastic change from eating loads of carbs to eating very few carbs, and also in terms of my caloric intake as well, that would have been cut down dramatically being on the keto. So I don't know, you know, if that affected it, but I think it did. I know carbs are used for energy in the body, and I feel like since I've been eating more carbs now, like my workouts have been much easier, to the point where I feel like, yeah, I need to increase a lot of what I'm doing because it feels too easy, you know what I mean? I'm not getting that much of a challenge anymore. So yeah, I've been eating more carbs, and I've been feeling okay. You know, health-wise, I've been feeling fine. In terms of my workouts, I am currently doing, I think when I started keto, I was doing 4 times for the week. Since probably like a couple of weeks now, I have been doing 3 times for the week. I told you guys that I've been really busy at the beginning of the video, that I've been just really busy, but I didn't want to just completely like not do any workouts, not focus on my eating. So I'm still trying to just make it doable for me. Like I remember when I started this whole fitness journey in January 2020, literally I'm almost 2 years now on the journey. January 2022 will make 2 years. I remember when I started, like my thing was just to be active. I felt like I was sitting too much, especially, you know, with COVID coming in and everything. Like I was sitting too much, I was not walking around like I usually do because I started working from home and all of that. And so my activity levels dropped dramatically, and I could notice in how I felt that that was becoming an issue. And so therefore my goal was just to be active, just to do something, just to challenge myself. It didn't have to necessarily be every day, but just for the week be able to get in some form of activity, separate and apart from when you clean your house on a weekend, or you know. And I feel like 3 days for the week is okay. I'm not mad about that. I might go back to 4 days or 5 days, which is what I was doing earlier on in the year, earlier on in my journey. But for now I am still working out 3 days, and that has been working for me fine. Even though I have stopped the keto and have transitioned into more of a low carb kind of diet or low carb lifestyle, I feel like I have adopted so many good qualities, and I have learned so many things that can help me along my journey, because I am still gonna be on the journey. And one of those things is having alternatives to food, especially when it came on to drinks. Like, I have now stopped, like, I never usually drink drinks a lot, but you know, sometimes you want something apart from the water that you're drinking, because I do drink a lot of water. And sometimes you just want something sweet or something with a different kind of taste. And so the sparkling ice and the LaCroix has helped me a lot in terms of that, and that's something that I'll keep doing. That's something that I'm going to take with me on this low carb journey, as well as the lavash bread that you guys would have seen me eat a whole lot of. Like, that is a huge alternative for like bread and crackers. Like, recently I've been starting to cut up the lavash bread into like squares and just fry them for a little bit in a little bit of coconut oil, and they almost taste like crackers, but it's a low carb option to like crackers and breads and chips and those kind of things. So those are the things that I'll take along with me. Also, in terms of, you know, me having something sweet, because I don't know why, like, I feel like if I eat my dinner, like, I want a little sweet something to eat. I don't know if anybody else is like that. Comment in the comment box and tell me if you guys always feel like you need to have something sweet after you've eaten a meal. But like, in terms of like the sugar-free jello, that also has been a really good alternative in terms of, you know, maybe instead of like eating a cookie, or, you know, baking some cookies, baking some cake or something and eating, I feel like that has been a very good alternative in terms of like, you know, the little sweet tooth that we get sometimes. I think this is probably one of the biggest things for me. Like, I am a big snacker. I probably would have said that several times in talking to you about my fitness journey and about, you know, health and all of that. I am a huge snacker. Like, I would go through the day without eating a full meal, what you would consider a full meal, and just literally snacking throughout the day. So I would be intaking a lot of carbs, a lot of preservatives, a lot of empty calories and stuff like that, but I would never feel full because the portions were so small, you know what I mean? And so the snacking has cut out completely, and I'm really happy for that. I am now focused on eating more meals. I try to just get my meals in so that I can feel full and satisfied, instead of eating a snack, then, you know, 30 minutes later or two later wanting another snack. So that has been a big thing that the keto has helped me with, and that's something that I plan to also continue with me on the low carb diet. I also, during the keto diet, would have been counting calories. I did use or I am using the MyFitnessPal app. I don't know if I've ever mentioned that to you guys before, but I have been counting my calories there. It allows you to see like your macros, meaning your nutrients, how much protein you're eating for the day, how much protein one particular food has, and different things, and it helps you to really have a like visual and a sight into what you're eating, because a lot of times I feel like we're just eating and we're not really cognizant of how much calories or how much carbs that we're eating. And I think that has helped me as well on the journey, and that's something that I will be carrying along with me. I will continue to track my foods, and because I think that will help me monitor even things like eating like KFC, because I've eaten KFC several times. I've eaten Island Grill several times on the journey. I've eaten pizza the other day, and I'm able to just kind of have an idea as to how much calories and nutrients and different things and fats and all of that are actually in those foods that I would just eat normally and not even think about, you know. And so I think the tracking part of it has also helped me a lot, and I will be continuing to track my food, even if I'm not necessarily eating under the 100 carbs a day that I want to. At least I still can know, okay, this is what I'm putting in my body. At least I know exactly what it is that I'm intaking on a daily basis. After all of that, you know, talking to you guys about being on keto, transitioning from eating under 20 carbs a day to 50 carbs, to now being more low carb, eating like 100 give or take grams of carbs a day. I have still been able to maintain my lowest weight in the last 2 years, and that for me is amazing. I have been so close to coming to this current weight that I am at, and every time I'm almost there or I'm 5 pounds away from it, like, I don't know, I just get off track. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I get comfortable because I feel like I'm almost at my goal, and so therefore I'm like, I can eat a little of this, and a little of this turns into more of that, and I feel like being on this segment of my journey, meaning in terms of keto and low carb, I've realized that it's all about balance. I mean, I'm not going to say, okay, I eat pizza today and therefore I'm gonna just throw off the entire week. But instead, it's like, okay, I ate pizza today and tomorrow I'm back on it. You know what I mean? I don't make a big deal about eating a meal that has more carbs or, you know, is not as healthy. And so I just get back on it right away, and that just proves to me that I can do it. And if I can do it, you guys can also do it. I am so extremely proud of myself, and if you are on a journey and you've been seeing progress, I'm so proud of you as well. If you want to start your journey, take this as your wake up call, as your note to say you can do it. Like, if I can do it, guys, literally you guys can do it as well. I am so proud of how disciplined I've been able to be on this journey, disciplined and consistent and motivated, because I mean, nobody else is really on this journey with me. It's really me. My husband does not eat this kind of lifestyle. You know, he's very active. He goes to the gym a whole lot, but we do not work out together. We don't do those things. So it has been a very like self-motivated journey so far. And I feel like if I can motivate myself to do it and be disciplined on the journey, you can also. So I would encourage anybody who is on a fitness journey or a health journey or would like to start, I'd encourage you to do it. I feel like it has taken for me a lot of trial and error to kind of see what works for me, because what I was doing when I just started in 2020 versus what I'm doing now, it's different. It's completely different, and I feel like sometimes you just have to be that way. Like, you have to do things to realize what works, what doesn't, and you have to do things to realize, okay, I'm bored of doing this now, so I'm feeling a little not so much motivated, I'm not very disciplined, so I have to switch up things. Like, it's not, to me, a fitness journey is just not linear. Like, there are going to be highs and lows in the journey. There are going to be plateaus, like points where you just feel like nothing is happening, but just keep going. That would be my advice to you. You know, just keep going on your journey. And honestly, guys, I still want to lose some more weight. I feel like I want to lose maybe 5 to 10 more pounds, but I'm not gonna stress it. I'm not gonna be like, okay, I have to lose these pounds in the next 4 weeks or whatever. I'm just gonna do what I need to do and just try to be disciplined. I'm so proud of myself being able to still maintain my lowest weight, because the last time, 2 years ago, when I hit this lowest weight, I didn't last there for maybe, I only lasted there for maybe about a week, honestly speaking, and I went right back and I gained back the weight in no time. So I'm just trying to, yeah, be consistent, be disciplined, and still have my eyes on the prize. If you're really close to me, you know why this whole thing about, you know, getting to a healthier weight, being more active, why it is so important to me. And so I'm just going to continue on the journey, and I again would encourage you, if you are trying to lose weight, if you are trying to become more active, if you're trying to just be an overall healthier you in mind, body, spirit, I'd encourage you to go for it. There's no time like the present. Just start somewhere. I always tell people, like, who ask me, you know, how you do it, I just find that you just have to set your mind to it, and also you have to be about it. You can't just say, oh, this is what I'm doing, and you know, like, you're not preparing yourself and you're not doing things to ensure that you stick with it and that you're disciplined. So I would say start small. If it is that you're somebody who drinks soda every day, how about you drink soda only 2 times for the week, you know, and gradually take things slow. Like, small steps help you to get where you want to get. And I say too, don't watch anybody else's journey, because to some people, losing 20 pounds in almost 2 years is nothing. You know what I mean? Or 25 pounds is nothing for them. It's like, I could have lose that in 2 months, but you can't watch nobody else. You are on your journey, and you just have to decide that this is what you want and just work towards doing it. So guys, I want to thank you for watching another episode of Just Devi Marie. I want to remind you guys to subscribe. Like, I'm so happy and excited about how we have been growing. So welcome to all the new subscribers. I want to remind you guys to like this video. If you haven't, remember to check out my playlist and my previous videos. I will link this keto fitness journey playlist in the description so you guys can easily find it. Also, I want to remind you guys to ensure that you check out my other channel called Yadmins. It's a channel with me and my husband, so be sure to check it out. Also, if you guys have any questions about my journey or anything else that you'd want to see on the channel, please go ahead and leave those in the comments and I'll definitely get back to you on that. Thanks again so much guys for watching. I will see you guys in my next video.